Hello everyone, Geek here, and welcome to another review on the Geek channel. This time we are reviewing an interesting commercial from Kenner Toy Company. This aired in 1978 to go along with the Star Wars holiday special. I love seeing the old vintage line of Star Wars toys, but I hate I wasn't alive at the time to enjoy them. I do have the vintage C-3PO and Chewbacca, and the head of R2-D2, but not nearly the whole collection. This commercial brings me non-existent nostalgia, and I can't wait to show it to you. So before I talk about it, here is the full commercial.
Star Wars. You and your children loved it. Now the Earthlings at Kenner have asked my associate and me to present the Star Wars collection. Truly remarkable toys and games for your children. What are you so excited about now? My goodness, the Star Wars TIE Fighter and X-Wing Fighter. Now your children can relive our great space battles or collect our wonderful Star Wars companions with Kenner's Star Wars action figures. R2, it's a little new. Kenner's new radio-controlled R2-D2 anyone can command. The Star Wars land speeder that moves like it's floating. And here's Kenner's Death Star space station, 4 floors of action. A trash compactor, too. Listen, R2, that's the Star Wars electronic laser battle, a game of speed, reflex, and reaction. These and other toys and games in Kenner's Star Wars collection are sold separately. Batteries are not included. May the Force be with you, and your children.
So as you can see, this commercial advertises many different products varying from spaceships, action figures, a radio-controlled R2-D2, a movable land speeder, a Death Star playset, and a space battle minigame. C-3PO and R2-D2 quote-unquote narrate the commercial, as they do in almost all Star Wars related ads. The toys advertised are actually pretty cool. You have some very nice and quite large spaceship toys, a replica of a TIE fighter that releases its wings, and an X-Wing including an R2-D2 in a droid pit. The next toy line is the famed vintage Star Wars action figures. These were a big hit in the 70s and even now are highly sought after. Although they may not be 100% accurate, these toys are some of the best there are. The radio-controlled R2-D2, recently brought back by Hasbro, is quite unique. You can control the small astromech droid by remote and have it reenact scenes from the movie. It moves along the ground and even turns its head. And then, of course, the Star Wars Land Speeder, one of the very first ships you see in the whole saga. This toy appears to hover over the ground. The Death Star space station, in my opinion, is rather tacky and is pretty much just a hunk of plastic that has an ego that it can't live up to. The Star Wars electronic laser battle is also quite odd. All you really do is press a couple of buttons to try to beat your opponent or something? Pretty boring if you ask me. And of course, each sold separately, batteries not included.
May the Force be with you.
The main reason I made this video is not as much to review it, but to share the fact that I had been hit by non-existent nostalgia, and just to share an old but cool commercial. Subscribe to Geek for weekly Star Wars content. Don't forget to check out the last video I made on the Star Wars holiday special. It was the first review for the channel. If you were around when this commercial or the Star Wars holiday special aired, put it in the comments below. Until we meet again in a galaxy far, far away, this has been Geek.